What? Yep. What? Yep. What? Yep. Pump. Fake. What up, Pump Fake Pod? How we doing?
Oh, fantastic. Let's get Kansas to close this out. Grambling to expand the lead to 17, and we'll be happy campers today. How about yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If Kansas, let's get Kansas to come through. They're up 61-43 with 6 minutes to go, 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. So, hell of a run there to end the first half by Kansas, and hell of a start to the second half as well too. They held Houston to 5 minutes without a bucket, and that I think after the 16-minute mark. So unbelievable defensive battle today here in the Big 12. But yeah, if Kansas comes through, that'll be great. I'll be 3-4 today, though. If that's the case, I'll lose a little bit over a half unit, but no biggie. Still sitting at the 60 unit mark. Tail of February for me has been win one, lose one type of day. So we'll figure it out, though. But Kansas will be nice if that one comes through. Went big on that one. So yeah, all in all, great night of hoops. Elliot, how you doing?
Not too bad, man. Just enjoying the last couple games of the night. Ready to roll into tomorrow. 36 games on the slate. Looking forward to it. So should be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely should. I guess even tonight here, North Carolina, Louisville was a hot one. A lot of talk about this game as well.
Fuck the points. Let's go.
Yep, good battle win there. Took Louisville. It looked like it was going to be good. They were hot, but another thing with Louisville is they basically can only play one half. It feels like. And I saw a tweet. I don't remember who it was, so I can't credit them. But sorry. But who the hell? Name me a big game Pat Kelsey's won.
This is a game I thought he could because he got a UNC team without Caleb Wilson. Visar coming off the injury. He played last game, but still, I thought maybe this is one they could get that signature win, but it would be Fugazi because they wouldn't be, full strength. But no, started hot, got blown out.
Kentucky.
Yeah, what's
Kentucky.
That's the only one. I mean, that's a big game for them.
SMU,
the smackdown blowout of NC State.
IU on a neutral 2 years ago.
Probably the biggest game would be Kentucky, right? I mean, just for the rivalry, but still, yeah. No, anytime he stepped up in competition, hasn't been very great.
They did make a run at the end there, and Conwell. He was struggling in the first half a little bit, but still put up 23 points. Ended up 7 for 19. Mikel Brown 9 for 25. So he was shooting lights out early on. I mean, Isaac McNeely couldn't find anything. So Louisville just goes cold very, very quickly. North Carolina gets it done in Chapel Hill. I'm pretty pissed I didn't bet the home team like I did with Kansas tonight. But whatever. That's what happens. Good win for North Carolina. Louisville, they suck. They're fake. They're not gonna do anything in the Big Ten. I remember last year in the tournament they were mad about being an 8 or 9 seed. No way.
Yeah, man. Geez. Yeah, I mean, they can't get the big win, but shout out UNC. Saw it flash to 4.5. Should have played it. Should have played the buyback. I waited to see if it would drop down, and it just kept climbing. So didn't, but good win UNC without your talented freshman. You get them back, or you get the win without them. Louisville, even though they got off to a hot start, they blew a double-digit lead in the first half. So they didn't even play like a good half of basketball today. Like it was more like 25% of the game they played well, and the other 75% they just kind of got manhandled. So, yeah, Louisville, I thought this was your spot. You can't. I'm out. I got no more. I got nothing left for Pat Kelsey. I got no more bullets in the clip. It's empty. I got nothing left for you, but can't win the big one. So, It is what it is. You're just a nice, B minus B tier coach. Make plenty of money. You'll have some success, but you're not gonna get big wins. It's just gonna be your downfall.
No, that's for sure. Nichols Lamar, a great CBS Sports Network game. Shout out CBS Sports Network; they do a great job of showcasing games.
And
I don't know if did anyone watch that game. That I got eyes on it on one of my smaller TVs, and kind of glad I did put it on the smaller TV. Both teams shoot 36% from the field throughout the game, 43 total first half points, and Nichols gets it done. So shout out Nichols winning. I think Elliott battled us on that one as well, Trevor.
Yeah, good win for him. I did not get much eyes on it after the girlfriend was done watching Love Island. I got the other TV and I didn't think to pop it on, so unfortunately missed it. But yeah, we got Grambling and Mississippi State on there after, so we got some real reality TV on there.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Elliott. He's 6-1 right now. Just needs Grambling and Kansas to cash. So shout out our guy Elliott, 6-1. Hot.
Appreciate it.
Cooking.
Nichols from about the 4-minute mark to about a minute and a half left went on a 10-0 run to get it done outright. I thought they were in kind of line to that plus 4.5. I think was going to come through, but I didn't expect them to win it outright. But it was yet another fuck the point situation to open up the night.
If you bet the over in that game, sorry about you. Just that's one, but none of us did on that one. Corpus Christi comes home minus 2.5. Good win there on the over there. Elliott, as it goes 73-68, a little crazy over gets it done. And Corpus Christi gets it done in Ciela as well too.
Ciela out.
Yeah, Ciela out of the Southland tournament. They're kind of ass this year. They're phony at home as well. Yeah. So. East Texas A&M, that game was insane. It was ass kicking. Houston Christian was dominating, and then East Texas A&M makes a run at the end a little bit.
I thought we were gonna get lucky, dude. I thought we were gonna get lucky, get it to overtime, or even like maybe they go up 2 or something, and then hit a couple free throws to get it over. But man, that at one point I was watching that game. Houston Christian was up 21. Yeah, 21.
They were up like 15 at the end of the first half or something like that, or 12. I can't remember. Yeah. Anywho, wild times in the Southland for sure.
Houston Christian went on an 18-3 run at the very end of the first half to the start of the second half. And then East Texas A&M battled back. They ended up going, I think, on like an 11-0 run with like a few minutes left to kind of push that within like 3 or 4. But just we're just trading buckets down the stretch. Kept trading buckets.
Yeah, no, it was wild. I mean, talk about another wild performance. McNeese State, Texas Rio Grande, UTRGV down by 12, not even covering in the end of the first half, and then puts up 46 second half points to only lose by 7, covers the number. So shout out UTRGV and McNeese on a little sleepy spot there. McNeese gets their lick back a little bit on UTRGV after their beat down on McNeese on their home court.
Yeah, and not only that, but they get one game closer to possibly getting first in the Southland after the defeat of surprising upset in the Southland tonight with New Orleans as double-digit dogs beating Stephen F. Austin. New Orleans plus 1.5 outright. Fuck the points.
Great. Stephen F. needed that too.
Great bet. Yeah, they did indeed. That was.
I mean, technically, it's just like don't lose out, but hey, I mean, losing at home to New Orleans, that's step 1 to losing out. So,
hey, I'm telling you, tight sphincter play. That was my tight sphincter play of the night last night.
That's true. Should have made a graphic for that.
The Master P sphincter play of the day.
The tight sphincter play of the day.
The Master P, the P poop hole. I don't even know the poop hole. The poop hole play of the day, I guess.
I'm gonna make a ChatGPT image of this and just to see what look like.
Please don't share it.
Hey,
I'll make it cartoony so it doesn't look bad.
I just remembered this since we like our nostalgic shows to resemble random games or teams. Master P, he was on Little Romeo back in the day. That's a throwback. Little Romeo. That was great with Romeo and can't remember the other couple actors, but yeah. Hey, Master P was on there. Great show. So let's go. UNO gets it done. Things are looking up for New Orleans Privateers. They're gonna be the team to watch, I think, over the next few years in the Southland for sure. Not even in all mid majors. So yeah, and then Northwestern State finds a way at home. I think Incarnate Word just sucks, only putting up 49 points. Talk about bad performance in the first half. 23-18, IDub was up on Northwestern State. No, this wasn't a AFC North game. It was this was the first half of a college basketball game. 23-18, unbelievable. Yeah, but Northwestern State finds a way to get it done in the second half, beats IDub. So shout out Northwestern State, gets it done.
Hell yeah, that was a good one. Good win for Rick Cabrera and company. Like you said, down at half to come back, get it done, win that outright. I think that's their third straight game in a row that they've won. Nope, second in a row. 4 of the last 5 though. Only loss coming to McNeese at home by 11. So shout out to Northwestern State. They're kind of coming on here down the stretch as well. Not quite sure if they've clinched yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like they're still gonna have to be battling out here. They're a game out of 8th place. They're in 6th place right now. So, but that was speaking of Southland play though. That Houston Christian East Texas A&M game was a huge game because now Houston Christian's got not only a game up on East Texas A&M but the tiebreaker because they beat them both. They beat them twice. So East Texas A&M might be time to auto fade them here in the last couple games.
Keep an eye on all the conference standings. So hey, you're bored. You need to burn some time trying to kill some time to pull up all these conference standings. It's a good one. Learn about them. And then before we get into our picks for tomorrow, Kansas is up 67-51 with 1:30 something to play. So they should cover the +2.5. They'll move me to 3-4, and I believe Elliott to 7-1. And then Grambling State up 77-54 on Mississippi Valley State.
They're throwing lobs.
You two both have Grambling as well too. How we doing over there, Trevor? You got eyes on it?
Yeah, I got eyeballs on it. We got Grambling throwing lobs. Just pack it up. Head home, Valley State. It's over. But yeah, shout out Kansas. Barring some bullshit like happened last year in this game in the fog, Bill Self 41-0.
Yeah, 41.
And the public was all over Houston. I was afraid of that. I was like, I was so afraid.
I think
it was the 2 losses in a row.
I think the biggest stat I don't think was the 40-0. It was the 2 losses in a row. Exactly, Huff.
2 losses in a row.
Haven't done back-to-back losses in Allen Fieldhouse since 1989. So
that's not true. That happened. That happened before.
No, it happened. No, they haven't lost 2 in a row at Allen since then.
You sure? I thought I saw.
But also, I think people were just looking at Houston's lost 2 in a row, and they're like, "Oh, there's no."
Kansas just lost to Cincinnati at home.
They looked like shit too. I mean, but hey, Kansas, they can win games by looking like shit a little bit.
But you also got to think about last time they looked like shit at home. Barely survived TCU, got super lucky, down 13 with like 3 minutes left, took it to overtime, won. Everybody was fading them against Iowa State at Allen Fieldhouse and ass waxing. 20-point win.
Yeah.
Similar here.
The juice is right. Trey White with a great game.
Yeah.
Absolutely put
Badunga
on.
again.
Yep.
Dude, Badunga's so good defensively. He can guard 1 through 5. He's fantastic.
Literally.
He was guarding a fucking guard earlier in the game up at the top of the key. He was sitting there. It was impressive.
Well, they get it done. It's official. Kansas wins. Good win for them. 41st
Accidental
win.
2-unit money line play. Love it.
Unbelievable. Big Monday. Kansas should just schedule all their games on Monday, I think, moving forward.
Thanks, Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just play back-to-back doubleheaders at home on Monday. Sounds good. Absolutely. Well, yeah, invitational. PLEs galore. But anywho, before we get into it, always got to shout out our good friends over there at Rhythm.ai. It's been a incredible partner, being able to load up all these stats and statistics and taking away so much time that I used to have to go through. Now I can bet all these games at volume because of a great tool like at Rhythm, and because they're betting at volume as well too. Back in the day when I first started doing this and betting took off, I was chopping up Excel spreadsheets, multiple CSV file downloads, refining sheets, loading up. Now all these guys have AI and definitely can go to Rhythm for that because they curb all of that. You don't have to worry about the Excel spreadsheets anymore. They have the data backed by data scientists on Rhythm for all sports that they choose from as well too. College basketball, college football, WNBA, golf, NBA as well too. So spread, money line, total, props, they have it. They're going to pick it and provide you with their confidence rating for the model. So make sure you use Rhythm for all your bets, and including March Madness with bracket AI generators. I know Elliot's excited about the bracket AI generator. Elliot's he was in like 28 bracket pools last year. It was impressive. He had like 28 brackets last year. And he should have used Rhythm. He was missing out, but now he doesn't have to because he will be using Rhythm for bracket AI generators. 31-1 opening night or opening weekend for Rhythm there, or for opening round, 31-1. So go to Rhythm. They're your partner for March Madness, and use that promo code PFP25 for 25% off first month. 28 brackets, man. That's impressive.
Hey, I will say, I play the same bracket, so it's not different brackets. I play this. I put the same bracket and I pay into a bunch of different brackets, but I always use the same exact bracket because I hate cheering for multiple different people if they're coming to play each other. I hate cheering against one or the other. Just conflict of interest.
I fill out two brackets, my personal, and then I used to do a ton more, but as a kid, but then like whatever. Now I've broken it down. Like I'm doing one, and then I've had my dog fill it out. I'll lay out two things, and he picks them in a row in advance. And I'll tell you what, it was a fun, sharp one for his first bracket. I remember he picked Furman to beat Virginia. Oh, first game. Can you believe what we just saw? Kevin Harlan, Stan Van Gundy's just lost all of his life savings. You can see it in his eyes. He must have bet on Virginia. So, yeah. So those are my attacking of the bracket. We'll let Franklin just randomly choose them, and he did pretty well. He got second in one of the bracket leagues he was in. So, anywho, it's almost there. Make sure to use Rhythm bracket AI generators, and make sure to use Rhythm for Super Tuesday slates because we got a good one. My shirt says it enough. Can't wait to gamble today. We had a good gamble day. Elliot, absolutely fire. And we're going to gamble today, or tomorrow, on Super Tuesday. And it starts with a fire one. Let's give this its own thing. St. France, should we just do a little radio show? Just cut out the tick. Yeah, no, we don't want to see our gross faces. St. Francis laying 6.5 against New Haven. Over-unders 142.5. That deserves it all right there. Just flexing on the screen there. I think this line's actually jumped up to 7.5 as well too. New Haven's pretty good at home. And yeah, shout out Grambling State, just covered as well. 81-59. Trevor just solely fading Mississippi Valley State off of the win, and I don't blame him.
Easily. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Their first D1 win all year? Fuck yeah, I'm fading them. Oh my god. Insane. Grambling is now just having fun. Love to see it. Let the boys play. Sorry, Valley State, you played a good 20. Unfortunately, the game is 40 minutes. But this one, St. Francis hitting the road. They just played the last home game in D1, and now they're Valley State hits a 3 at the buzzer. So if you had Grambling minus 21.5, I am sorry you lost. Yeah, I think New Haven. This is a ridiculous number. Give me St. Francis. No, it's a crazy number. I'm done with this game.
Yeah, I this is kind of weird here, but I do like a little crazy over a little bit. New Haven pretty good at home. I feel like St. Francis's defense has been piss poor, and we saw that with Wagner getting it done. Who cares about their final D1 home game? They're terrible. And New Haven's definitely capable of scoring a good amount of points against St. Francis. They already scored 81. I think that they can reciprocate that. And I think St. Francis as well could potentially keep up after only scoring 56 against Wagner. I think they can bounce back offensively. I'll go crazy over in this one, 142.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from the spread here. Only way I'm gonna get down on betting this game would be taking New Haven on the money line and parlaying that in a little money line parlay for tomorrow. I like them to win this game, but I don't like that margin. So I'd take St. Francis plus the points if I was picking a spread, just because I do think these NEC games are end up being pretty close. But I'll take New Haven on the money line and look for a money line parlay piece potentially.
All right, George Washington laying 6.5 against LaSalle. Over under is 146.5 here. LaSalle's defense honestly has stepped it up around the 3-point game, but George Washington does a good job of taking it inside. But they do shoot a lot of threes, so I think LaSalle maybe could hang around defensively, but I'm not going to bet LaSalle. I can't put my money on that. They're terrible. I don't care. If they can keep it at number, keep it at the margin, and maybe slow things down. They're horrible. And I think just after their win against Rhode Island at home, and only it was like 110 total points for both sides. Bet on the under that Saturday. I think they run into a trouble here with George Washington. Let's get a little patriotic. George Washington team total over 76.5. Good number for George Washington there, 76. So team total over 76.5 for the patriotic play. I think they step it up against LaSalle off of LaSalle's win against Rhode Island.
Yeah, I'm with you. Last game, they absolutely dominated the glass. I know George Washington hasn't been the same team really since that game in A-10 play here, but I don't see what's really going to change here. LaSalle never improved on the season. George Washington's going through it, but they're going to dominate the glass. I think they're going to take away extra chances and get plenty of them. So George Washington minus the 6.5 for me.
Yeah, this will be my first bet. I'm going to bet George Washington minus the 6.5. Maybe if I can't find anything else, maybe just do a little money line piece with this in New Haven potentially. But I like George Washington at this spread. I think that they roll here against LaSalle. LaSalle, decent at home. 3 other 4 conference wins have come at home, one including Dayton. But, I think LaSalle swept the season series against Rhode Island, including that last home game. I don't think they're going to repeat this. I don't see them winning. And I think George Washington will be able to really kind of run up tempo and kind of run them out of the gym, similar to what they did last time when it was 77-55. So the similar score, that'll put your over 76.5, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And I love this. LaSalle is French. Give me George Washington. Yeah, a little history lesson. Let's go, Dusty.
Oui.
I love the history lesson. Let's go. And thank you, Wriststyle Fitness. Thank you for all the great work, boys. Let's go, Wriststyle Fitness. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. we're here chopping it up. It's what we love to do. Nice little number there from Whiskey. Miami, Ohio. Miami 27-0 versus Eastern Michigan. Miami, Ohio is laying 8.5. Over under is 153.5. Trevor, I'm curious. Don't. You're not getting in front of this train already again, are you?
I don't know. It's been a minute since I have. They got Western Michigan on the road.
Are they getting lucky
After
again?
Eastern? I don't know. I think they used it all up.
No, Miami, Ohio, because you said.
No, they've got out of that slump. I mean, that slump was Buffalo was an OT win off of a tip out. Kent State was a ridiculous comeback for the cover or to go to overtime, and then it was a 2-point win at home against UMass, and then they played Buffalo again, and it was a 2-point game. So I mean, like that was 4 out of 5 games were tight, and they could have lost 2 of them, probably should have. And then since then, 16, 16, 11, and 14-point wins. So they're out of that little slump. They're back to rolling teams. They haven't played Eastern yet this year, so I'm not sure Eastern's really going to be ready for the amount of threes and shot making that'll go on. So give me the Red Hawks minus the 8.5 here. Don't get cute. Play of the day.
Yeah, shout out the Juice. Let's go. I'm lucky to have gotten a 9.5 number. It's already moving into the 10s. So if you can find a 9.5, take it. It's definitely way gone, or the 8.5 is way gone. So I think this is exactly my cap. Lay it, set it, forget it. We've been betting on Miami, Ohio pretty much all season. We're not going to give that up as the books start finally respecting a team laying a big number on the road. So I'll take it. Miami, Ohio keeps it up, runs it up, and keeps the momentum hot. And let's go MAC. I know Ball State, Miami, Ohio rivals, but don't care. Don't care. Let's go MAC, baby. MAC's on top.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the over 153.5 here. I think that Eastern Michigan is going to be able to put up some points. We've seen pretty consistently that Miami of Ohio likes to give up points as well, just with the pace of play that they like to play. So I really like this over 153.5. I think Miami's in that upper 80s range, which puts if Eastern could put up 70, I think we see this game come through. So I will take Miami of Ohio, Eastern Michigan over 153.5, and of course I'm going to play Miami of Ohio. We'll see how I play it. Might go like -2.5, parlay it with New Haven money line, something like that. But I'm going to definitely be riding the Red Hawks on some sort of spread or money line for sure, as I always do. But I'll play the over 153.5 as my official play in this game.
Wow, Tennessee calling for the first loss tomorrow. We'll clip that for sure. Let's go. ENF with the little signs play as well too. I love that. Washington laying 5.5 versus Rutgers. Over unders 142.5 here. Rutgers is so bad. Minnesota team total over comes home with ease on Saturday after they got a road win and they went out to Minnesota. Now they're coming back home to play Washington, who's been out here on the East Coast. I know Rutgers is absolutely terrible. I don't think that they can defend worse shit, but guess who's gotten worse as well? Washington. They were maybe going to be talks of them being maybe a surprise team, but they are not the same, especially on the road. They have not found a road win yet out east, so it is a little scary that they maybe do potentially, but I think more so they're itching to get back home, and Rutgers steals one. I will take Rutgers plus 5.5 here. Hate betting on this team, but I will take the Rutgers. I feel like Washington has been quitting and reeling, and I think Rutgers bounces back from their road stretch coming back home. Ugh, horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. This kind of feels like that Washington, Maryland again. But same number. Rutgers in the rack, I get it, but Washington's been over there. I'll lay it with Washington again. Same number. They just lost outright laying this. I'll back them again, but no bet.
Yeah, I'll take Rutgers here plus the 5.5. I think they're going to be able to get it done, potentially win outright, like they did last time when they were at home against Maryland. Rutgers at home been somewhat feisty. They've definitely lost some games, but Michigan State, I know they lost by 9, but took them to overtime. Should have probably had won that game if Fears wasn't able to hit that 3 down the stretch. And the only really time they've kind of got routed was against your Indiana boys, Huff. So I'll take Rutgers. I think this is another fuck the point situation potentially. So give me the 5.5 in my pocket, and we'll cheer for Rutgers money line.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll cheer for that. These logos are ridiculous, by the way. I just had to throw those on for this one. I mean, what the hell? Oh, yeah. I mean, what the hell? Indiana's laying 9.5 against Northwestern. Over under is 146.5 here. I mean, yes, IU should dominate and be able to win, but it is a lot of points for a team that's really been struggling to play defense and rebound. But Northwestern ain't shit. For a team that can really score a lot of points after only scoring 64 against Purdue, 51 against Illinois, after coming off of a 92-point performance against Oregon, I will take Indiana's team total over 78.5. I think that they can win this number by margin, but always a big number with double digits can get a sneaky backdoor opportunity potentially. I just don't think Northwestern has a chance to keep up with Indiana's scoring. But if they do, on the other hand, I'll just bank on IU scoring a lot of points and bouncing back from their 2 games, only scoring 105 total points. So offensively, they're going to bounce back. Team total over 78.5. We're rooting for some points early on in our bets. So let's go. Let's go, Hoosiers. Lamar Wilkerson steps it up, has a big game, and shoots lights out in Assembly Hall.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, this is a spot Indiana just blows them out. One of the bottom middling, not even middling teams in the Big Ten here. Hitting the road, it's just Martinelli. They're giving up a lot of points. They're not playing Northwestern basketball this year. It's just not their year. And now you got IU coming in here, loses 2 straight off the road here, and the Purdue loss coming back home. I think they bounce back here. I think they run it up. I'll lay it with Indiana here tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of nervous that I'm laying a lot of favorites here to start the day. But I think this is an IU spot. You got Indiana off of 2 straight away losses by not only losses, but losing by 20 and then losing by almost 30, 29. So now they're laying double digits after losing by 20 plus in their last 2 games. Yeah, give me IU. They bounce back here in Assembly Hall. I'll take the points minus the 9.5.
Let's go. Love it. Lay it. Oh, team total over. All of it. Take it all. Hoosiers bounce back here. Texas Tech laying 6.5 against Cincinnati. Over under is 141.5. Cincinnati, it was a good week for them. Shout out Wes Miller. Didn't love what you said. No one cares more than me. Like, I don't love that quote, but you showed up, got it done. And Wes Miller now got these guys rolling 4 in a row. Got a win against Kansas, shut them out on Saturday, and then you just have Texas Tech off of their game without JT Toppin dominated Kansas State 100-72. Some clown like me would bet on Kansas State money line, a little sprinkle, and they weren't in it at all. I think this is a spot where it could be a little sleepy for them. Cincinnati's been hot. I'll continue to keep it up. Yes, they just had a big win against Kansas at the Fog, but Texas Tech also just scored 100 off of their injury bounce back get up game. I think this is now their sleepy spot here. We saw the same thing with North Carolina. They had a big win, big dominant performance with their first game without Caleb Wilson, and then got their ass kicked against NC State. Yes, North Carolina wasn't laying points, but like Texas Tech is here. But I do think this is a sleepier spot for them. I will take Cincinnati plus the points early on here.
Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth, but the no topping kind of just has me leading Cincinnati. I mean, the two bigs, Baba and I forget the other guy, but they played really well the other day. On the road, Cincinnati's looking pretty good as of late. Maybe this is a spot they trip and fall. Coming in here to play Texas Tech, but Texas Tech's got Iowa State on the road on deck. Maybe a little bit of a look ahead to that one. So Cincinnati playing good ball. Wes Miller fighting for his life. This team is playing really, really well. The defense is there. The offense is clicking. I mean, 3 of the last 4 games have scored 84 to 92 points, and they've also held teams 62 to 68 points in 3 of the last 4. I mean, the defense hasn't been the issue, but they're scoring points now, and they're still with more possessions. They're still keeping teams, in the 60s. So I'm with you. Give me Cincinnati plus 6.5. I think a lot of people saw what Texas Tech did against Kansas State. They think they'll do it again here, but look ahead spot, and Cincinnati's playing really, really well. That was a bad spot for Kansas State coming off the fired coach game, and Texas Tech first game without Toppin. So I think it's back to earth. I think Cincinnati keeps this one close.
Yeah, I think this one's tough for me because both are kind of in fade spots, in my opinion. Cincy off the big win on the road against Kansas, Texas Tech off the 1-game injury bump and scoring 100 points. I kind of want to take an under here, actually. Gross under 141.5. Since you just put up 80 against KU, we saw what that KU's defense was like. Texas Tech, on the other hand, just put up 100. I kind of want to take a gross under. I'm going to take the under 141.5. Check the picks page. This might be my first no bet of the day, just because both of these teams are on spots that I typically would like to fade. So don't know if I want to force a bet here, but under would be what I'd be on.
All right, Virginia laying 5.5 at home against NC State. Over under is 152.5. NC State off of a big win, almost a week off here. Will be a week off for tomorrow after their big win against North Carolina. You have Virginia that squeaked by against Miami. Was a great game. This is a great game, by the way. 2 great teams battling here with Virginia and NC State. I'm trying to figure out if the rest is a good thing for NC State or if it's a bad thing. Because you just don't know here.
I think it's a good thing because they're coming off the UNC win. So I think it was probably a good thing they got the week off.
Yeah. This is another over I'm going to bet. We're going to be rooting for a lot of points here. For anyone that's new watching, I promise I don't blindly just bet overs all the time. So but I do have a lot of overs today. This is one I think that the pace is going to be there with NC State off of the rest. We've seen Virginia capable of scoring back-to-back big games. I think the over is going to be getting there just fine if NC State hangs around, plays tough, and the foul game ensues. And I think we definitely can see them take this number over. So I will take the over. 151.5 is still available, so I will take that for the game tomorrow.
Yeah, don't necessarily hate your over. Both of these teams are playing faster. I mean, last 5 games, Virginia about 2 possessions quicker, and about a possession quicker for NC State, but they're both scoring less points in the last 5 games than they are in the conference regular season prior to these speed up tempos. So they're speeding it up, but they're not quite as effective. You got Virginia at home. They do have Duke on deck. I think a more chaotic style probably appeals and plays to NC State more than Virginia. So I'll go NC State plus a 5.5. Virginia got Duke on deck. A bit of a look ahead. NC State got the week off from UNC. I think a lot of people are going to want to fade them off of that, but getting the week off is a big ability to clear your head and get practice and get ready for the next game. So I'll take Will Wade and company, who just have Notre Dame on deck, versus Virginia, who's got Duke on deck, and coming off of a tight one to Miami. So give me the Wolfpack.
And shout out Tommy B for the donation.
Shout out Tommy.
Kent State season ticket holder here. 2 MAC plays, Miami and Kent State first half, Kent in revenge against Central Michigan, and Miami's been rolling teams early. Hey, it worked last time, Tommy B, with Miami, Ohio in the first half. Let's add another.
Yes, sir.
Of the season ticket holder shout. So shout out Tommy B. Thank you. We will be on that. Don't worry.
I like the over as well here. I think I was trying to debate between NC State plus the 5.5 versus the over 151.5. I'll go towards the over 151.5. NC State, good offense, plays with a lot of pace, so there'll be extra possessions. It just scares me a little bit with Virginia. Sometimes they can play some pretty salty defense, but as of late, they've kind of been really giving up points. I mean, last time out, 83 to Miami in a game that they didn't cover. But last time these two teams played, it was a 137 total. 76-61 was the Virginia win by 15. So I think NC State's going to play with some pride here. I do agree it was a great thing for them to have a whole week off rather than just a few days after that big rivalry win over North Carolina. So I will take the over 151.5. I think NC State is going to be competitive here. And for that reason, I'll cheer for points instead of maybe losing it by the hook or something with like a last-minute foul like we saw last night.
And shout out Elliot. He's put timestamps in on the last video. So, hey, let's go.
Wherever you're at, Puzzo, that was for you.
Yeah, Puzzo's. I think Puzzo's hiding because of the timestamps got put in. Georgetown is laying 3.5 against Marquette. Over under is 148.5 here. Marquette's been terrible. I mean, Georgetown's lost 4 in a row. Both these teams are ass, but Georgetown did get a good cover for me last time, and this game is on Peacock of all places. But Marquette last time out against Georgetown lost by 9 to open up Big East play way back when on December 17th. A lot of time has passed since then, but Marquette's a different team on the road. I'm just worried about Georgetown, but since they haven't found a win since February 4th, but I think that changes. They find a way to get it done here. I'll lock up Georgetown. Let's go. They think they can get it done. They're due for a win. You know, of all things, Georgetown at least has some hustlers that can step it up. They need to be able to show that they can rebound against Marquette, get some second chance opportunities, try to get to the line, extend this game a little bit. Marquette, for the most part, Marquette's pretty inexperienced and pretty young. And, I feel like they struggle getting to the line and just producing offense in general. And on the road just adds to that for the most part. So let's go Georgetown. They bounce back, find a way to get it done. Can't believe I'm laying points with a 5-11 team in conference that hasn't won since February 4th. But this is college basketball, and it's a good spot for them against Marquette if they get this done. Let's go Georgetown.
No, I'll take Marquette. Marquette's been, playing better. Granted, the wins aren't coming, but Villanova, 3-point road loss. Xavier, 8-point home loss. But St. John's, 6-point loss. Or sorry, that was a road loss to Xavier. 6-point home loss to John's. Won 3 of the 5 prior to that. The losses are Seton Hall and Butler of all teams. So they're starting to look better. Georgetown beat them earlier this year at home by 9. I think it's a little bit of a get right spot, or not a get right spot, but a get back spot for Marquette. They don't have to win the game, just keep it within a possession. I think they can. I mean, it's the Big East. It's always, generally fairly close. Georgetown just had a grinder against Seton Hall. I think Marquette comes in here. It's going to be speeding up the pace. I think Marquette can get buckets, and so will Georgetown. But I just think Marquette keeps it close. They're playing better ball as of late. I know Georgetown's keeping games closest too, but Marquette, everybody's sold off, and now they're starting to play well. I'll buy back a little bit on it, and Georgetown was everybody's darling, so I'll just kind of fade that narrative a little bit.
Yeah, Marquette 0-10 on the road. I will fade that. I'll take Georgetown to get their first win here in the last 3 weeks. Like you said, Huff. So lay it with Georgetown minus 3.5. I think it could come down to some free throw shooting, where Georgetown kind of excels there, over 72%. Marquette really struggles around 67%. So when you're on the road and you can't hit free throws, that's not a recipe for road wins. So give me Georgetown minus 3.5. Lock it up.
All right, 1/3 of the way through the slate here at this game. Wake Forest laying 4.5 against Boston College. Over-unders 144.5. This game stinks. This game sucks.
This is my first no bet, probably.
Yeah. I don't have a no bet either yet. Shit. Wake Forest just got their shit kicked. Virginia Tech, easy bet to start off on Saturday after they won 3 in a row. Now they're only laying 4.5 on the road against this terrible Boston College team. This line stinks. I think Boston College could probably sneak one here, but I'm with you. No bet. I don't want to take Boston College only with barely 1-2 possession game. I can't trust it. And I don't want to fall into a trap if it is a trap here. It's not like Wake Forest is much better to be laying points on the road. I just can't really find much value or edge in this game. I will lay off here, but take Boston College plus 4.5.
I think this game might have got postponed.
Oh, the Storm.
Oh, with the Storm?
I think it's off because it's off of everything that I'm seeing. I'm checking it out real quick.
Yeah, it probably got postponed then.
I don't even want to talk about it if I don't have to.
No, it's Boston College, Wake Forest. Who cares?
Yeah,
Boston College, no bet.
Reschedule
everything right. I was just like, who wants to find edge and laying points with Wake on the road and a stinky line, and who wants to take Boston College on a short spread? I think that's the only way to look at it.
Reschedule to Wednesday. Next.
They did reschedule to Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay. A little extra day for Wake Forest in the Holiday Inn. Okay. Duke's laying 18.5 against Notre Dame. Over-unders 139.5. Oh. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. I don't want to fade Duke, but it is a lot of points. I feel like it's a semi-sleepy spot for them where I think Notre Dame can hang around. Duke just had a massive win for the most part against Michigan, found a way to get it done. Now they have a gauntlet up ahead. This is their sleepy game, I think. Virginia next at home, NC State on the road, North Carolina for a redemption revenge game at Cameron to end the season on Saturday, March the 7th. So I think this is a sleepy spot for them. I'll take Notre Dame plus the points, but check the picks page if I end up pulling trig to bet it.
Yeah, Notre Dame for me. I mean, Duke off the big win, and it's not like they've been blowing teams out. Last time I said that they happened to just do it that night, but they have been in conference play. Notre Dame's been all right, not great, but all right. They'll be at home at least. So Duke off of that neutral site in Washington, D.C. Then they got to go to South Bend. So a bit of a travel. I just think, Notre Dame can hang around. Ugly game, I think, incoming. I like the under. This game honestly feels something like 67, like 57, something like that. So under Notre Dame with the points.
Yeah, I'm going to take Notre Dame plus the 18.5. I will bet this classic sandwich spot for Duke off of that big win against Michigan. I think they are looking ahead a little bit. Like you said, Huff, they got Virginia next, then they got North Carolina State, and then North Carolina to finish up the season. So, like you said, a gauntlet to end their season. So they're gonna get by here. They're not gonna, I don't think this is a game where they slip up. And I'm calling for Notre Dame on the money line. But 18.5 is a lot of points, especially on the road. So give me Notre Dame plus the 18.5. Duke wins by 14.
All right, I'm gonna bet this now. I see it's going down to 17 some places, so I'm with you, Elliot. Let's go. That's the motivation I needed.
Let's go, baby.
Not wait to pull trig there. Let's go. Let's go Notre Dame plus 18.5. Come on. St. Louis is laying 5.5 against Dayton. Over unders 156.5. Man, that line is a little tempting. Dayton's been playing better ball. Winners of 4 out of their last 5. Looked very good. Lost by 31 to the St. Louis team. Now they're only catching 5.5. Looks so tempting to bet the shit out of St. Louis on the road minus 5.5. There is zero chance. I don't care if it's Dayton at home. They've barely been covering anyway at home in some of these spots. We're getting St. Louis on a short number. Even after playing with their food early against VCU, found a way to get it done. Looked absolutely outstanding. They've been juggernauts. I'm not going to go in front of the train here. It's been a principle of betting St. Louis and also betting Miami, Ohio this season, and we get the chance to do it again on both these nights. I will follow suit there. Give me St. Louis on the road, laying points.
Yeah, lay it. Don't get cute. They got the loss. They're not gonna dick around the rest of the year from here on out. Especially two of their last 3 are at home, and then the last one's George Mason on the road. So I don't see them really dicking around from here on out. But first time these two played, St. Louis dominated the glass. They shot like 61% from 3. So don't think that's going to carry over to this one here. But I still like St. Louis laying the 5.5. They're going to be able to get what they want. In this one, I think they're going to be more motivated. Where is this? Yeah, Dayton. 102.71. So, I mean, like, they shot 17 of 28 from 3. So, we'll say, what if they go 7 of 20? Take away the 30, they lose by 1. So, you have to take away 10 3-pointers before they lose the game. I think they'll be fine. I don't think it'll be as dominant of a shooting performance, but I think they'll be just fine on the glass and just get what they need to. So, yeah, lay it with St. Louis.
Yeah, a little concerned with how well Dayton's been playing here as of late. Winners of 4 of the last 5, like Huff said. So kind of concerns me with this number at the 5.5. Tempted to bet Dayton plus 5.5, but instead I'm just going to bet SLU money line. I'm going to parlay that with Miami of Ohio minus 2.5. Was trying to find a way to get down on Miami of Ohio on some sort of spread money line kind of piece since I was on the over 152.5 there in that game. So that'll be a little money line parlay piece. So SLU money line parlayed with Miami of Ohio minus 2.5.
Kentucky laying 5.5 against South Carolina. Over under is 149.5 here. Kentucky was looking like they were going to steal one in the jungle and then shit the bed. And we talked about how they were able to find a way to get it done and lost on a last second shot against against Auburn. And now South Carolina on the money line found a way to get it done. Shout out to Pump Fake Pod. We were all on that one. I think the writing's on the wall here. Kentucky loses of 3 straight, almost got one against the Jungle, then pissed it away. And we got South Carolina off of a great win scoring 97 total points. I like UK to go on the road and get it done. I think it's at 6.5 already. I like that. And I also like South Carolina team total under 71.5. No way they can reciprocate their offensive performance after just putting up 97 points. I think that's very capable. UK's defense is solid. They can really keep the points to the under. So, yeah, I think Kentucky bounces back, gets a nice little punching bag win against South Carolina, who's running hot and happy after their big 97-point performance, and also love their South Carolina team total under as well, too.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kentucky. South Carolina just had a huge win. Just kept scoring, just something they don't normally do. They just couldn't miss. We're putting up points, but not saying Kentucky's defense is the lead or anything, but I just think South Carolina off of that win. Granted, they're staying home, but still off of a win, a big win for them. And now you got Kentucky coming in here. I think it's going to be a flat spot. I think they're going to get hit in the mouth and they're just going to kind of not know what to do or how to respond in this one. So yeah, play with Kentucky. I think they put it on them tomorrow. Try to get Owe. Has a fantastic day. I will say he's gonna do his thing. So let's go Cats. Fuck him up.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I'm going to lay it here with the Wildcats. Like Huff said, writing on the wall. Don't need to say much more, but South Carolina, 97 points. Finally got a win after losing 10 straight or close to 10 straight. I think that was like 8 straight. Something like that. Kentucky's dropped 3 in a row. I think they bounce back and respond here. Lay it here with the Wildcats.
ODU heads to Marshall. Marshall's laying 6.5, 161.5 total. What happened last time these two played? Oh, yeah, ODU lost by 2.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game from what I remember. I know what I want to do here. I'm going to lay it with Marshall at home. ODU, they're a phony dog in my opinion. Yes, they've been playing good as of late, somewhat, but just went on the road, scored 81 off of their 2 home wins. They're winners of 3 of their last 4. They're kind of due for an ass kicking, I think, and Marshall's one to give them one off of a loss. Marshall's always stepped it up, especially at home, and Marshall's kind of due for an ass kicking as well. They haven't really been winning at margin, just because their defense isn't as solid as the last couple seasons have been. Their strength is in their offense. They can score a lot of points. I think Old Dominion regresses on offense, and Marshall steps it up. I'm going to lay the big number here with Marshall at home.
Yeah. Marshall back home off of a loss. I'll take them. They squeaked by ODU earlier, but they're back home now. And like I said, off of a loss last 2 games at home here. I think they get up and show out these last 2 games at home before the postseason.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the over. I'm seeing it came down a point, over 160.5. No, it seems to be a lot of points, but Marshall, they really like to put up a lot of points at home. I'm going to battle you here, Tennessee. Old Dominion, typically when you see them, you see that they, are playing at a slower pace and, are more of a defensive grinded out type of a team. However, this year they played at a much faster pace and been putting up a lot of points. So I see an over spot here in this game. So I will take the over 160.5. I know the last time it ended right at 160. But yeah, give me the over 160.5. I think we see a lot of points. So points. Let's cheer for it.
Buffalo versus Akron. Akron's laying 14.5 against Buffalo. Over under is 159.5 here. I see this number has climbed up already. Just another time Akron's laying that number. They beat the shit out of teams, but for some reason can't cover. I'll take Akron. No bet for me just because they haven't been covering. And holy shit, that's my first no bet of the night. So that's a good one to lay it on. I'll it's Akron. What else can you expect? An Akron at home. Enough said. But for some reason, they don't put all the gas down to the pedal to the floor, and they kind of just play with their food in the final 10 minutes. So give me Akron, no bet.
Akron's also got Kent State on deck. I know they beat them by 17 at home, but it's still Kent State. So they got them on deck. Buffalo coming in off of the OT win. Did they play earlier? So they did. It was a 19-point loss. So Buffalo hitting the road to play Akron. Like you said, Akron's not really like just suffocating and crushing teams like we're used to. So Buffalo's been playing pretty good. They're a good team this year. I'll take the 14.5 with Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another over here, I guess. I'm seeing it under even down to 157.5 on BetMGM. Buffalo, if they're able to have a pulse on offense, I hope they should. They have their struggles. Sometimes they put up, in their 60 point range. But I think if Buffalo gets to 70, I don't see why Akron can't kind of carry the heavy load on this. So give me the over 157.5, and I'll bet this. I am seeing Buffalo's at plus 15.5 now, Trev. So it has gone up a little bit.
I see 16 on Caesars, a flat 16 already too.
Damn. All right. I guess let it climb. Let it climb.
Maybe I'll wait to bet this over too because the overs kind of dropped down a little bit, and I might, if it gets high enough, I might be on Buffalo.
Jeff Hardy's climbing the ladder. Trevor's climbing the ladder. Let it climb. Let it climb.
Climb that motherfucker.
Oh
man.
Oh man. UMass laying 5.5 against Ball State. Over unders 141.5. Guess who's been some covering machines as of late outside of that going to Ohio? Ball State. Covered 2 out of their last 3. They're the best team in the freaking country. You bet your bottom dollar. I'm going to bet on them plus the points. This line kind of stinks personally, in my opinion. I think it should be a little more. UMass is better, but UMass, four losses, lost 5 out of their last 7 games. They've really taken a hit. I mean, I'll tell you what, they played some tough games. They lost in overtime, and then that 3 overtime game from Coastal Carolina. Great highlight reel. Turn that on. This is a total bounce back spot for them potentially, but I don't think so. Ball State defends the nest. Get out of here. Monty Ziegler steps it up. Davion Hill as well too. And Ball State plays better defense at home versus going on the road. And Massachusetts has looked horrible. So I'm going to continue riding this Ball State. They looked good at home, at least covering wise. Come on, Ball State. Let's go. Chirp.
Yeah, I'll take the better coach. I'll take UMass. I just think they're the better team. They're playing good ball right now. I know Ball State is too, but this UMass team is coming in here pissed off of 4 losses in a row. I think they bounce back here tomorrow against Ball State. Ball State also off of the national TV game, I believe. So a little bit of dead spot for them, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll take UMass minus the 5.5. I kind of wanted to bet another over here, over 140.5 in the MAC. Maybe I'll get to it. I'm not going to bet UMass minus 5.5 though. They've lost 4 in a row. They kind of really need to respond here and get it done. Think they can against Ball State. Not super confident in it. The spread will be a no bet. I might wait and see about this over 140.5. It seems like a very, very low total for a UMass total for a team that likes to score but doesn't really like to defend. I know Ball State offensively can really struggle. seeing what Tennessee Whiskey's on the over 141.5. Fuck it, let's do it. Over 140.5. Let's do it. I'll ride with you. I'm seeing over 140.5 or 141.5. So yep, I'll ride it. Another over. Come on. Points on a Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday.
Banger. All right, I gotta skedaddle out, but I might rejoin back. He's got a bunch of games clicked for tomorrow, but regardless, you fellas will kill it. Anything Auburn? Oh, I like Oklahoma. Oklahoma just lost that catching that 1.5 again. Now they're catching it again against an Auburn that just pulled a win out of their ass against Kentucky. I'm going to fade them. I'll be on Oklahoma. That'll probably be my favorite bet of the day, as disgusting as it is. And then potentially maybe Missouri over Tennessee. Money line at home. Missouri off the loss. Tennessee coming in 5 straight. Bama on deck. Sandwich road spot or a road spot here off of the road spot win against Vandy. It could be a dead spot. I like Missouri there and Oklahoma tomorrow. Gentlemen, best of luck. Chat, you're the goats. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oops.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this for me liking Ball State, that plus 5.5, they're going to have to hit the over because that's the only way they're going to keep up. Because UMass is great offensively, at least through their losses.
Perfect. Well, let's hit Ball State plus 5.5. Then some of the over hits as well.
Let's do it. Oklahoma State laying a point against West Virginia. Over under is 141.5. Gosh, what's that, SpongeBob? Want to see me do it again? Why am I addicted to betting on Oklahoma State? We always have that team that we like losing money on, and mine's been Oklahoma State. They haven't won since February 4th. Their big BYU win at home where they scored 99. Ever since then has looked terrible, but West Virginia's looked pretty bad as well too. Losers of 3 out of their last 4. We know what this West Virginia team can do. They score 110 total points in their last 2 games. They really barely score points, and we know what it's North Texas. It's Ross Hodge, essentially, from what we've seen from North Texas the last few years. So they're going to find ways to win. Going to try to play that physical game of attrition. And now they're going to come in playing desperate here. Oklahoma State, as much as they're pretty desperate, I think that they're cooked. They're out of it. I mean, maybe they can go on a run, win 3 out of their last 4 since they play Houston. That'd put them at 19-12, so maybe a little better. But I think they're just lacking quality wins. Oklahoma State, that is, but. They due.
Texas A&M.
Yeah,
they beat South Florida. They beat Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. They're lacking a quality win in conference play.
True. No,
this would be their best one.
BYU.
West Virginia. BYU. Yeah, I guess BYU. Sorry, I keep forgetting they're in the Big 12 because it's just preposterous to me. And they've been in there for a long time.
2 years.
3 years, 2 years. Yep.
I think this is year 3.
Battle of two tempos here. West Virginia slow pace. Oklahoma State fast paced. Is Oklahoma checked out? I don't know. I think West Virginia could get going here. I'll take West Virginia. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm going to battle you here. I'm going to take the Cowboys at home on the money line. I don't really want to deal with the points, but typically I like backing the defensive-minded team in a West Virginia. But I think in this case, Oklahoma State's just really going to be able to outscore West Virginia, and I don't think that West Virginia is going to be able to keep up with the amount of points that they need to beat Oklahoma State, even if Oklahoma State, can give up some points. I don't know if West Virginia is going to be able to. It's going to take a very efficient and good game by Honor Huff. He's going to have to go like 6 of 10 or something from the 3-point line to keep them close, keep them within it. So I'm gonna be on the Cowboys here on the money line. We can go ahead and battle.
All right, we'll battle. I don't love it. Kent State laying 10.5 against Central Michigan. Over-unders 156.5 here. Shout out our guy Tommy B earlier, taking both first half in Miami, Ohio, and also this game, which I will tail my guy Tommy B. Fed us a winner last time he did this. And he'll be boots on the ground for this game as well, too, as a Kent State season ticket holder. Let's go. Central Michigan off of a big win. Let's take Kent State -5.5 off of a good Central Michigan win. I think they're going to struggle offensively. We see 5.5 or 6.5. What do we got here?
I was just trying to look to see if I could find it, but I haven't been able to pull it up yet. Have you see it yet?
I think we're going to have to get 6.5, but not many things are quite open yet. Let's see. Yeah, not everything's quite open, but Kent State 5.5, 6.5. We'll keep an eye on that. The books that are open right now, I'm limited on, so I can't even touch those. But give me the over. Not the over. Give me Kent State 5.5 or 6.5 first half. Shout out Tommy B. Their defense swarms early against Central Michigan at home after Central Michigan just scored 83 in a beatdown.
Yeah, Akron is on deck, Virgil. If you're asking who's on deck for Kent State, kind of makes me a little worrisome about maybe like the full game, or maybe they go up by a lot and then they kind of rest on their laurels a little bit down the stretch and just kind of survive, win the game by like 9, 8, something like that. So yeah, I'll tell that first half -5.5. Or you said 6.5. I don't mind playing 6.5 if that's what you're seeing that it's going to be. You think it's going to be 6.5?
It'll be one of the two. Just gonna have to see what these other books open up with for me.
I'll put in Kent State minus the 5.5 right now. Actually, I'll do Kent State -6.5. First half -6.5. Wait to bet it. See where the line's at. If I can't get a good number on it, I might just lay off this game. I would take Kent State. It's a lot of points, but last time out against Central Michigan, they lost on the road 87-85. So you could see a lot of points here. I think Kent State will be able to really defend a little bit better. Coming back home, maybe a little get right spot before they play Akron at home. But it could be a little look ahead. So a little concerned about that. Wouldn't touch anything full game. I would just ride with Tommy B on that either. -5.5 or 6.5. I agree, Virgil. First half definitely feels better, in my opinion. They want to start out strong and then kind of coast.
I'm with you. I like it. Let's go first half. Halfway points through the slate. Bowling Green laying 12.5 against Western Michigan. Over-unders 150.5. The books love respecting the shit out of this Bowling Green team. But don't get me wrong, Western Michigan is terrible. They lose by 13, 20-something after their win, 90-79 to Toledo. Lost by 15 to Texas State, 20 to Ohio, 20 to Northern Illinois. They're fully capable of losing by margin, but I don't want to explore it for a bet. I'll lay it with Bowling Green, but no bet. They're not good enough for me to bet a 12.5-point spread, regardless of who they're playing.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I'll lay the 12.5, but it's going to be a no bet. Haven't had very many no bets so far on the day, but this will definitely be one that I am comfortable staying away. Especially yet another game kind of at 6 o'clock that's just going to kind of be at the bottom of my list that I'll just kind of be scoreboard watching. And if it goes into overtime, that's probably the only time I'll actually get eyes on the game. But yeah, give me Bowling Green -12.5, no bet.
Yeah. I think that's all we need to know. That game stinks for sure. Troy laying 11.5 against Louisiana. Over under is 134.5. Louisiana's been playing some much better ball here. See, this line's already up to 12. They are getting a Troy off of a loss where they only put up 54. I think they could probably potentially play a little pissed off. And then Lafayette got a dub against Texas State. They've been playing much better ball, not quite just an auto fade here. I was looking at Louisiana's team total under. I would take Troy's team total over, but I'm tempted to not. I'm tempted to stay away from that, just due to the fact that they could step it up so much on defense. They're really great around the perimeter that they could be dominating Lafayette, and then all of a sudden, just like we talked about in the last game, coast. But I don't know if they'll want to do that after only putting up 54 and losing by 9. So I'll pick Louisiana Lafayette team total under, but this will be my third no bet of the day here. It's only 60.5, so too low for me to bet. But I do think Troy clamps here and gets it done. Team total no bet.
I'm seeing 12.5 for Troy. I will lay it with Troy here. I will bet it. I think they really need this one. They need a bounce back spot here. They win this, they stay atop, tied first in the Sun Belt. Big thing is, that they only played App State once, who is in first right now. App State beat them, so they have they don't have the tiebreaker, so they basically need to win out. App State's on a bye for tomorrow. They only play one more game Friday away at Texas State. But how crazy things are with the Sun Belt. If it ends in like a 3-way, 4-way tie, the tiebreakers could be different. So Troy could be tied with App State and a couple others, and as long as they win out, they could possibly get first in a different tiebreaker situation rather than just straight head-to-head if it were just two teams tied. So I think Troy's going to really step it up here. They face kind of the lower teams here in the conference. I think they get them done and get a pair of 2 15-plus wins here against Louisiana and Louisiana Monroe to kind of end the regular season.
All right, Toledo laying 11.5 against Northern Illinois. Over under is 150.5. I also see 12.5 available. Toledo laying these big numbers, not fun. I know they just won against Eastern Michigan by 19, and they scored 94. I think that we see a slip up for Toledo here. Too many points. They're not the best team to lay points with, in my opinion. Yes, they beat Eastern Michigan by 11, or Eastern Michigan by 19, Western by 11, Ball State by 18. So they can dominate at home, but I think this is a potential sleepy spot for them, especially after just putting up 90 points. Last time they put up in the 90s, they came out and shit the bed offensively. I think we could see that again, even against a shitty Northern Illinois team. And I think where Toledo's going to struggle the most is defensively, and allow a bad Northern Illinois offense to potentially step up. They lost by 14 at home last time. Northern Illinois did. I will grossly take NIU here. Probably my last time touching NIU this season. I have not really bet on this team much at all. I think I only have 2 total bets with NIU this season. Let's make it a third. Third time's a charm. Get it done. NIU plus 12.5. They're going to play tough on the road, step it up, and Toledo going to be sleepy a little bit. Rockets are going to be struggling to get in the air.
Yeah, I'm going to be on another MAC over. We're just going to go crazy with these MAC overs. Over 150.5 seems a little low to me in a Toledo game, where you typically see this kind of right around 160 is kind of what I've been seeing for Toledo. I know last time out, Toledo, Northern Illinois, I think that game, it only ended up being 136 points. So we've seen a little bit of a discrepancy here. Maybe that's why we get a little bit lower number on the 150.5. But, for the same reasons that you're saying, Toledo's defense is going to let Northern Illinois kind of be somewhat efficient on offense like they typically haven't been throughout the season. I think Toledo's still going to be able to play with a lot of pace, put up points on their end as well. I see this game, maybe we see it like 84, 73, something like that, where it kind of cruises to the over, and and the people that are betting on the side are sweating it out. But yeah, I'll battle you here, Dusty. He looks like he's on the under 149.5 in the last 6 Northern Illinois games. So got to change at some point. What better way than a battle with me and you tomorrow? Let's go.
Let's go. Georgia State, Coastal Carolina, and a pick 'em. Over-unders 141.5 here. I think the low total is telling. It's going to be a knockout, punch-out kind of game. The X factor is going to be rebounding here, which I think Georgia State has the advantage. But this Coastal team's been surprising and feisty. Even on the road, they've stepped it up. I'll take Georgia State at home, but no bet for me here. Coastal's been very good and surprising, and the only reason I'd be taking Georgia State is that they have that X factor and rebounding a little bit. And Coastal Carolina's off of a good win against Marshall at home, but they've been able to reciprocate and double up on wins. So too much volatility for me in this one. I'll take Georgia State with their edge on rebounding, but no bet.
Yeah, I like Georgia State here in this one on the money line. I'm probably it'll be a no bet here for me. Like you said last time out, Coastal Carolina always seems to be laying this like 1.5 number either way in all of their games this year. But last time these two teams played, Georgia State won by 18 on the road against Coastal. That for me is just going to keep me off of taking Georgia State on the money line. But I will pick Georgia State money line and no bet for me.
All right, Xavier, Providence. Providence is laying 5.5. The over/under is 170.5 here.
A lot of points.
Whoa, a lot of points. You know what? It is Providence at home. This game got canceled as well, too.
Did it?
I think so. Yeah. Providence basketball game. I think so. I mean, there's 30 inches of snow over there, bro. Let's see. Providence basketball team report. Oh, that was 2 days ago. With travel, they were delayed. Xavier men's basketball game against Providence postponed due to winter weather. I'm trying to find what the date is, but my computer, of course, always explodes whenever I
push it. They're probably going to push it to the next day, just like the.
Yep, you're right. Wednesday night at 7:30. So we got some extra games, extra slides for Hump Day slate. Tune into the Pump Fake Pod tomorrow. 2 extra games to talk about. We'll just move on.
Not only will it air on True TV, it'll also live stream on HBO Max.
Oh wow! So you got all of these HBO. You can watch Entourage and Impractical Jokers all at once. Unbelievable. We'll move on and we'll.
It's official.
Yep. We'll copy and paste this slide and save it for tomorrow night's slide. Tune into the Pump Fake Pod for this cap. You already saw our cap earlier on the game that got postponed. But anywho, Morehead State's laying 8.5 against Southern Indiana. Over-unders 142.5 here. I've already bet a lot of games. I think we're 23 games in. This will be my 5th no bet. I'll take Southern Indiana plus the points on the road. Morehead State just beat the shit out of Western Illinois. I think that they could be potentially sleepy here, but Southern Indiana, they could play tough for 20 minutes and then just shit the bed in the next. Terrible team. I'm not going to bet on them plus 8.5. They're kind of playing for nothing though, which makes me like them, but they could also get their shit rocked. Southern Indiana plus the points, no bet. 5th no bet of the night.
Yeah, I'll spar you here. Morehead State, they're still playing for a lot. Winners of 5 in a row. They're at home. They won last time against Southern Indiana by 4 in overtime at Southern Indiana. Like you said, it can be good if you have nothing to play for in your Southern Indiana, or it could be bad. I just think Morehead State tied first in conference. They really need to play. You could think that maybe they'll come out a little tight sphincter play of the day, but I don't think so. I think they're going to roll here against Southern Indiana. I think Indiana is just going to be fat and happy off of beating the 2 Illinois schools back to back. Now it's their 3rd straight away game. I think Morehead State rolls here, but 8.5 number. A lot more games that I've already bet. I'll lay off of it. We'll spar.
Hey, Tennessee, only 5. I got a lot. It's been a win-lose day or month. You're going to take me tomorrow, though. Bradley versus Illinois Chicago. UIC laying 2.5. I see this is up to 3.5 some places. Over-unders 143.5. 3.5 some places, 2.5 some places. UIC off of a loss to Valpo at home. Bradley off of a big win against Illinois State. Cash that. Go Braves. Valpo, a different team on the road, or excuse me, Bradley, a different team on the road, and they're seeing this Illinois-Chicago team laying points off of a loss at home. Last time they lost at home against Belmont, they came back and beat the shit out of Illinois State, 183-56. Final home game of the season here. I'm going to take Bradley. I think Bradley is better. Yes, they are off of a big win at home, but Bradley lost to 15 to these guys against Illinois Chicago. I think Bradley is a little better, personally, in my opinion. And I think there's going to be somewhat of a revenge angle. I love my Flames. I've been taking them. Tough for me to get in front of that. That's what's been holding me back. I think Illinois Chicago's defense has been stellar, but I think we see a little slip up here before Arch Madness kicks off here, I believe next week. So, yes, let's go Bradley. I'm gonna take the plus 3.5 on BetMGM.
Yes, DeJu senior night. Yes, there's 4 seniors, 2 really play minutes. Both of them first year at Illinois Chicago. Abdul Mamo, he was at Central Connecticut State for 4 years, and then his super senior year is now at Illinois Chicago. So don't quite think it's going to be as impactful of a senior night as possibly some, but man, this is a game where I might just lay away from, just given the fact that I want to take UIC off the bounce back loss at home, laying the number, but then I'm kind of pushed away with Bradley losing outright at home, which they typically don't do, by 15 to the same Flame team. So I will I'll take a no bet. I'll bring a knife to a gunfight, and I'll take UIC minus the 2.5.
All right.
And I'll try to stab you.
And I will not say shoot you. I will just be happy with whatever happens. Minnesota versus Michigan. Michigan is laying 22.5 against Minnesota. Over-unders 144.5.
Do we lay it?
What happens when a pissed-off team comes home and it gets a team that just put up 81 offensively? Do we take Michigan team total over 83.5, or do we lay the wood?
Kind of like the team total better. But every time I tell you on, is this the one that do we break the curse?
Brother, you're betting so many overs. This is the time we break the curse. Let's go. Michigan team total over 83.5. They step it up after a shitty performance against Duke. They didn't do anything offensively. They've excelled over this number most of the time, especially at home. I think they come out pissed off, get it done here against Minnesota, who just scored 80 against Rutgers. I even like Michigan team total over 39.5 first half. So I think they definitely can score 40 in the first half. I would take that now if you can see that available, because it will probably be up to like 42 by tomorrow morning. I'm not kidding. So we're going to take the 83.5. This number will be up to 85 for sure. Let's take that now.
Yep. I love it. I love a good little bounce back spot here. The 22.5 seems pretty large to me, so I'd rather just take the over 83.5 and just cheer for points. If Minnesota hits some shots, so be it. That'll just make Michigan a little bit more pissed off. They're going to want to make a statement after losing that game. National televised, everybody was watching, against a blue blood and Duke. They're going to want to, and Dusty May, he always wants to run up the score. They really want to run up the score here in this game. Kind of a statement type of a game to make everybody forget about that Duke loss.
Let's go. Arkansas State laying 9.5 against Southern Miss. Over under is 155.5. Arkansas State went toe to toe with UL Monroe. No rhyme intended. 102-94. That game was incredible. Little to no defense. It scares me of wanting to take an over again, but I'm tempted to. I don't know if you want to again or not. This is the over show here on February 24th pick show. But it just kind of scares me after they put up 102. Southern Miss just put up 86. I'll lay it with Arkansas State. I think they step it up a little bit defensively. Southern Miss steps it back offensively. And they're a much better team at home, this Arkansas State team is. Just a little worried about their defense. But last two times these teams played, it was 93-86. I think we see a little bit of a step back for the total there, especially with both these teams, how they performed offensively. And I think Arkansas State gets it done at home. I'll lay the number here.
Yeah, I'm going to lay the number here as well, minus the 9.5. I'll bet it. Last time out, Arkansas State lost the overtime at home against South Alabama. I think they respond with a good win. They're only one game in front of Southern Miss there in the standings, sitting at 9-7, tied with Coastal Carolina. So kind of a big separation game. And if you know anything about the Sun Belt Conference, that's the crazy tournament where they'll have like the buys, the double buys, and all of that stuff. So it's going to be very, very important for Arkansas State to get as high of a seed as possible to not avoid one of those top teams. I mean, all these teams are pretty comparable, but the higher they get, maybe the less games they have to play in the conference tournament. So I think it's very imperative that they get this win. So I will lay the number with Arkansas State. Hopefully they route it here. We get a little no sweat 20-point win, and we can just kind of box score watch it and into a W.
All right, Arizona laying 10.5 against Baylor. Over under is 155.5 here. This line's gone down. I see 9.5 available. It looks like people are betting Baylor.
I'm falling for the soup. I'm betting Baylor.
You're taking Baylor?
Yeah, I know. Not profitable to to bet against this Arizona team, but Arizona off of Houston. I always love fading teams that have played Houston. Not only did they play Houston, but they beat Houston in the Fertitti Center. Baylor getting double digits at home, that's kind of my big rule of thumb is I always love just taking the double digit dogs at home unless they're Air Force. So give me Baylor plus the 10.5. I know JB, I'm crazy. I'm gonna fall for the soup, probably regret it. But it's the angle that I'm gonna play. I mean, the only other angle that I would look at this in this game is the over 154.5. It's came down a point. But another freaking over. I've already got a lot of overs out there. Not quite sure if I want to dabble on another over. So I'll probably take Baylor plus the 9.5.
Yeah, I will dabble into that over. I've taken a good amount of overs, but not as many as you. I like this over. I think, the two sides angle that I love to give out with this. If Arizona kicks the shit out of them and scores a ton of points, Baylor keeps up, then the over should hit. And yes, I do see the after Houston angle that thing definitely exists, but I think this is a lack of defense on both sides of the ball. Teams taking a step back and offense takes over, especially with how athletic both teams are. I do like this over. I'll continue to let it go down. I see 154 available as well, but we'll let it go down and take this over. Colorado State laying 8.5 against Fresno State. Over-unders 145.5 here. Free beer night? Dollar beer night?
Dollar beer night.
Dollar beer night.
Rick Nurse is seen pouring a nice little Coors Golden original heavy in a cup, saying, "Hey, dollar beer night, see you there." Are we fading dollar beer night or are we backing it? Hasn't been very profitable this year as it has been in years past, but I feel like Colorado State, right by Golden, Colorado, Coors Factory, that this would be one of those beer nights that we could get behind.
Yeah, a lack of defense from Colorado State, what we've known them to normally be program-wise, but they have an offensive guy and minded guard and Ali Farokmanesh coaching. This team lost by 10 to Fresno State last time, 149 total points on the spread here. We've seen Colorado State score a good amount of points and go up and been dominating a little bit. I'm going to take the under 147.5 here. I think we see the pace slow down in this one. Colorado State pretty slow on possession length. Their defense isn't the best, but have stepped it up at home. I think Fresno State runs into a tough job offensively. They've been able to put up a good amount of points for sure, but going into elevation, a little bit of a different story for the most part. I think this is going to be a problem for them going on the road against Colorado State. So I do like this under. I think Colorado State can get it done for sure on dollar beer night. Let's go. But I'm going to take the under as they just can clamp Fresno State, hold them to below their team total and rock it. So under 147.5.
Yeah, they play at a super slow pace as well, so gonna limit possessions. I know Fresno State plays a little bit quicker, up tempo, but Colorado State really likes to slow it down and be efficient offensively. But after Colorado State started out 3-8 in Mountain West Conference, they rattled off 5 wins, including 2 wins against some good teams in Wyoming and San Diego State. They're at home. Also, Fresno State's got a weird kind of a travel spot. They went on the road to Wyoming last Tuesday, came back home to New Mexico. So they went from really, really high elevation, sea level, and now they're going all the way back up to another high elevation there in Fort Collins. So I think that can kind of mess with the body a little bit, going from high, low to high again. I'll take Colorado State. I'll back the beer night here. Colorado State's been playing a lot better here as of late. They avenge their 10-point loss and get a win by 10 plus here at home. Their efficient offense allows them to take advantage of Fresno State's pace of play. Fresno's going to kind of push the pace. I think they're going to miss some shots, which is going to create more opportunities for Colorado State to be efficient offensively. So give me the Rams. We'll ram it here, -8.5.
San Jose State's laying 6.5 against Air Force. Over-unders 142.5.
Can this game get canceled or postponed?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. This is the one Air Force ends up getting, but I'm not going to put my money on finding out. This is the one they end up getting and showing up for. San Jose State's terrible, but Air Force is way worse. I'll take Air Force, no bet.
Yeah, I'll take Air Force plus the 6.5 and no bet for me as well.
Miami, this line stinks, laying a point against Florida State, but does it? Because Florida State's been looking good as of recent, been dominant as of recent, beating Clemson, Virginia Tech, Boston College, Notre Dame. I mean, winners of 4 out of their last 5 after a slow start. Miami, though, off of a loss on the road to Virginia, this line feels a little trappy to me, in my opinion. This Florida State team is pretty hot, to say the least. I'm going to take Florida State. I'm tempted to take the over just with the pace that we have, but I'm not. I'm going to stay away from that.
If you just take all 36 overs, do you think we'll be profitable?
It'll be close. I think we'll be close to 500 for sure.
I mean, the MAC play, that could be a good little angle. I'm seeing 2.5. I'm seeing 2.5 as well.
Yeah, I hate fading this Miami team, but
I'm going to. I'm taking Florida State plus the 2.5. I took Florida State plus the 8.5, I believe was what it was on Saturday.
Yeah.
When they got the win outright. Fuck the points. I'm seeing another fuck the points situation here, man. They've rattled some things off. The only thing that does concern me a little bit is they already beat Miami, Florida on the road by 2 in kind of a defensive slugfest. 128 points, 65-63. That actually really makes me want to take the over. So I'm going to pivot. I'm not taking Florida State. I'm going to take the over 157.5. Might as well keep rolling with these points. I might be, tomorrow be up in flames after I go 1-6 on my overs. But I think all signs point to the over here with a game ending 65-63 last time out, 128 points. Now you're setting this 30 points higher. That's a key indicator for me to bet the over. So Miami, Florida State over 157.5. Lock it up.
I will tell you differently. Over 74.5 first half. I'm going to take the first half over here. I think it gets it done. And I do like Florida State on the spread. So check the picks page if I do double down on this one with Florida State here.
Agreed. I like Florida State as well. I just take a money line, to be honest. Could also be.
I'm gonna wait for a live play, I think, on Florida State, but
I was thinking
I did take that first half over already, though.
Another thing you could possibly do if people like to do some of that stuff is I know it's not my Freaky Friday parlay. It could be a little weird Tuesday, but you could take like Florida State. You could take the over like 149.5, and then Florida State like plus 8.5, plus 9.5 at like -110. And I think you'd be good there, but some people don't like to do that. But I'm just gonna take the full game over.
All right, Trev on FSU. It looks like TCU's laying 6.5 against Arizona State. Over under is 148.5 here. Purple Court gets it done for me. And Arizona State, not very fun team to put money on. We've done it before, but in my opinion, just they're pretty bad. And TCU at home a little better, but worried about their 3-point defense, their interior defense, especially after just holding West Virginia to 54. I know it's West Virginia, it's their tempo, but again, can they reciprocate 2 defensive performances like that in a row? The home court gets it done, but this will be a no bet for me. This will be my 7th no bet of the night. I do trust the home court, but I don't know. Something stinks about this one where it seems a little bit too easy, and maybe Arizona State can show up like they kind of have been randomly as of late.
Man. Yeah. I might do a little nightcap. This will be I'm not doing another over the juice. Um, especially on the purple fucked up court. I never know what's gonna happen on that court. I'm gonna take TCU on the money line, and I'm gonna pair that with New Haven on the money line. I'm gonna start the night off with a bang, and I'm gonna end the night with a bang. I know this is one of the last games of the night. I think. It's not the 10 o'clock slate, but 8 o'clock slate on CBS Sports Network. I'll take a New Haven money line, TCU money line.
Okay, all right.
That'll be how I play it. I was looking for a pair, but we'll go with the Horned Frogs. I think they get it done.
Boise State laying 7.5 against Wyoming. Over under is 147.5 here. I like the over. Okay, let's move on. No, I'm kidding.
That's how it seemed to be, man.
It definitely does tonight, but that's not always our cup of tea. Boise State beat Wyoming by 16 last time out on their home court in Laramie. Wyoming's been looking good. They just had a big win against Grand Canyon on Saturday. Put up a good amount of points against Fresno State. I know Boise just had a good win against San Jose State, pretty dominant fashion, but I don't love this Boise State team as of recently at home. I think Wyoming stepped it up. I think I'm going to take Wyoming plus the points. I like this Wyoming team. They've looked good as of late. In conference play, have stepped it up. I think that they can rebound pretty well with Boise State, which is some of their strengths. So if Wyoming can do that, hang around with the Broncos on the road. Yes, I'm fading Boise State at home, but I like this Wyoming team and how they've been playing. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna
shout out Dusty Bottoms. It is true that Caden Bennett may be out tomorrow for Wyoming as well.
The juice. I looked up that New Haven. I haven't seen anything official on that game getting canceled.
I'm assuming it will, dude. Probably.
Yeah, not quite sure. So we'll see. I'll lay it with Boise State, but I'm probably going to stay off of a bet here. Kind of a big number. Wyoming, like you said, has been playing good. Just got a win against Grand Canyon. Can they repeat it against another pretty solid Mountain West team? I'll believe it when I see it. Give me Boise State minus 7.5. Wait to bet it. Check the picks page. Might bet it. Might add this as a money line parlay piece if the New Haven game gets canceled.
There you go. Iowa State laying 13.5 against Utah. Over under is 143.5. Man. Iowa State looked pretty bad against BYU last time out. They looked horrible. say the least. But Utah is pretty bad themselves. Lost a tough one against UCF. Shout out Pump Fake Pod, got that one right. Utah is going to struggle here. It is a lot of points. They're going to beat Colorado at home in their final home game. Utah will. But I do think it's just a lot of points where Utah's struggles. The worst defense in the Big 12. Now they're getting a pissed off Iowa State, where I think that they're going to come out super hot. Iowa State's gone on the road and beat up teams, even at this type of number. I'll lay the big one here with Iowa State on the road.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what Iowa State team do we get? Do we get the team that handles business and takes care of business, or do we get the team that's kind of struggled on the road here as of late? They dropped their last two games, upset by TCU on that purple court, and then lost to BYU. Never really had a chance. They did roll against K-State, and then Oklahoma State beat them by 13 on the road. I'm going to take Utah plus the 13.5. Double-digit dog, kind of what I like to ride here. I think Utah can be somewhat competitive at home. I know that they've only won 2 games in conference, 2-12 now. Got to play with some pride here at home against a top 10 team. Hopefully they can keep it close. And is this nationally televised game? I believe it is.
Fox Sports 1 or whatever. Yep.
Yeah, so nationally televised game, good little showcase game for the Utah players to possibly get to their next team, playing against a top tier team in Iowa State. Give me Utah, give me the Utes plus 13.5. Battle ya.
All right. Tennessee laying 4.5. I think this line's down to 3.5 most places. Over under is 145.5. I'll pass the ball over to you on this one, Elliot. Are you going to take the hot Vols team on the road, who's won 4 straight now, and a big win against Vanderbilt on the road, or take a Missouri team who just beat Vanderbilt at their home court and then lost to Arkansas at Arkansas? I mean, the Missouri hasn't looked terrible, but Tennessee is hot and rolling. So tale of two sides here. You going Vols, Missouri, or should you just take the over?
No, not gonna take the over. That I did take the over last time in that Tennessee Vanderbilt game, and that over definitely burned me. I think I'll take Missouri though. Missouri here at home. That's typically kind of the side that I've played with them at home, especially when they're getting points. I laid it with them as a favorite against Texas. Didn't come through for me. They lost that game by 17. But other than that, I think they've covered pretty much every home game in conference, at least. I know they lost to Georgia by 2, but they were like 2.5, 3-point dogs. So they ended up covering, I think, by the hook. Otherwise, have basically won outright. Only home losses were Georgia and then Texas. I'm gonna continue to ride with the Tigers here. I'll back Missouri plus 3.5. Will be a bet for me.
I'm gonna battle you here. I'm gonna take Tennessee on the road here. What they've done is found a way to step up and play Rick Barnes' style of play. I feel like they were lacking a sense of identity early on in the season, but now they've stepped it up with their guard play. They've stepped it up defensively the last games. I'm going to battle here. I'm going to take Tennessee minus 3.5 against Missouri here. Let's go Vols. They're going to find a way to get it done. I'll continue to let this number climb or go or fall down, but I do like the 3.5 number. If it's like that in the morning, I'll still take it.
Let's battle.
Auburn laying a point against Oklahoma. Over under is 158.5. We talked about Auburn earlier with their comeback win against Kentucky. Now you get Oklahoma, who's stepped it up here somewhat at home. They just lost a tough one against A&M. Let's go. Got A&M right. All the comments on the short reels that we gave were on the losers. No comments for the winners. But, yes. God, do I want to bet on Oklahoma? I feel like Trevor was right with that being their spot. But Oklahoma is terrible. And I do like an under here. I think the pace is pretty slow. I know both teams struggle defensively, but I do like the under here. So I'm tempted to take Oklahoma or the under. What are your thoughts?
I'm taking Oklahoma money line. Fuck the points. I think they get it done. I was on them. I actually faded them last time at home against Texas A&M. Took Texas A&M money line. Game before that, I was on Oklahoma money line against Georgia. They won that game by 16. I think they get up here and they win this game. I think Auburn's fugazi, especially under as you call them, Nepo baby. So let's fade Nepo baby. Let's go OU money line.
All right, I'm with you. Let's go Oklahoma on the money line. Auburn continues to struggle. I do like that under too. I'll write the under down, but I'm not gonna. I'll take Oklahoma now. Bet it with you. Let's just take the money line plus 115.
Yeah.
All right, USC, UCLA. UCLA is laying 5.5 against USC. Over under is 149.5. UCLA off of a big win against Illinois, so I'll take USC plus the points, but I'm not going to bet this because their injury news has just been so far up in the air. And I can't lose money to Mick Cronin. And I don't want him appearing in the chat. I don't want him coming at me if I lose to him, fading him. So no bet for me, but I'll take USC. Just kind of worried about their injury news and don't want to lose money to Mick Cronin.
So tomorrow is National Tortilla Chip Day. The tortilla chip was invented in Los Angeles. So we're going to have a party in Los Angeles, and it's going to be a points party. I'm going the over. Both these teams located in Los Angeles. Give me the over 149.5 in this game. I would typically going to just fade UCLA. So if I had to pick a side, it would be USC. I'm seeing 6.5 now, so USC plus 6.5. Fade the buzzer beater and Donovan Dent with that phenomenal end-to-end layup. But I'm gonna cheer for points. We're going, Taco Tuesday, National Tortilla Chip Day. We're having a little fiesta, and we're seeing a lot of points and a lot of pints going down tomorrow, baby.
Hey, great call out. You always get the best knowledge here on the Pump Fake Pod. Shout out Elliot, great play. And shout out Donovan Dent. That coast to coast was awesome. BYU laying, I believe this number is already up to 10.5 against UCF. Over under is 162.5 here. I'll lay it with BYU. I know they don't really win by margin and have struggled to, but I think UCF just played their hearts out, got a win against Utah. It was a tough win. Winners of 2 straight. I mean, this UCF team is solid, but I think after winning in Utah already, going to be tough to reciprocate. And I think BYU has found a little stride, a little swagger. AJ DeBonsta calling out Peterson now says I'll play for a full 40 minutes.
Peterson played 30 tonight.
Already doing his draft bidding. I don't blame him. He's doing his draft bidding. I think BYU keeps it up. Yeah, the Richie Saunders news is terrible, but they found a way. I'm not worried about the Iowa State win. I think they can double this up and shut out UCF, who really played a a physical and tough game against Utah and got a dub. Let's go BYU. Come on.
Yeah, I'll be on UCF here. I'm seeing this actually. It's already gone up to plus 11.5. So I'm gonna wait to bet this and kind of hopefully maybe it gets steamed up a few more points. But I just think that UCF is gonna be able to hang in there offensively. They can score, keep pace with a BYU team, and I think it helps them being staying out there in Utah. Just kind of a 45-minute drive south down to Provo. BYU, they haven't really struggled yet. I mean, I know they lost to Arizona on the road, but haven't really seemed like to struggle too much, again, especially like Iowa State with the Richie Saunders. I think they're going to hit a spot where they kind of struggle offensively a little bit. Don't think that UCF is going to be, live on the money line or anything like that, but I just think 11.5 is too many points. Hopefully I can get maybe like 12.5, 13.5 potentially, just with the amount of steam that it's already caught. And I just think that UCF's offense will be able to kind of keep pace a little bit with BYU. And if they're hitting their threes, I really think that they'll be able to stay within this number. Last game of the slate.
Last game of the slate. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Nevada laying a point against New Mexico. Over-under is 151.5. Nevada off of a big win against Utah State. New Mexico's found their wins after losing 2 straight. They've been dominating a little bit. This one's a fun one, man. Can Nevada?
Yeah, this is fun. I like this one.
Yeah, great one. We'll be watching this on the Pump Fake Pod here tomorrow night, going over the Hump Day slate. I don't think Nevada's the best team especially with Alford to hey, let's get 2 big wins back to back. And Utah State was a massive win for them at home. And where New Mexico can thrive for the most part is their 3-point game, and that's where Nevada struggles for the most part. I think if New Mexico can find some open holes defensively, get some things right, we know with Eric Olin, they're a 3-point shooting machine, and I think they're going to find a way to do that against Nevada here at home and sweep Nevada. I will take New Mexico plus the 1.5 at Nevada.
Yeah, Alford and Nevada killed me. Beating Utah State, ruining my little Aggie parlay that I had with Texas A&M, Utah State, and New Mexico State. But man, I'm gonna go with New Mexico. I'm gonna ride with the Lobos here. I think they're gonna be able to get it done. I'll trust the better team. Hopefully, Hopefully, Alford doesn't come back and bite me in the ass 2 times in a row. So give me New Mexico plus the 1.5.
Let's go. All right. 36 games on the board. We thought we had 38, but that's not how it works with the big snowstorm. Hope everyone stays safe on the East Coast with the massive, massive snow. Great night. Tomorrow night, we got like 54 games. Now probably like 56, 57 games to go over. So we will be chopping up some wood late for sure and picking up a ton of games. What do we got for rhythm tomorrow? Any good play of the day that we can end the night with?
Let's see what I got cooking there. There's a few that I kind of gave me a little push on. See if I could remember one of those ones that.
I see Marshall. I see
keep going.
I see some overs that we like, so I see a couple overs for sure.
Yeah, I see the over Marshall, over Buffalo, NC State, Miami. We could do that. Miami. I know that we were both kind of on that, I think, weren't we?
Yeah, Miami, Florida State.
Miami,
Yep.
Florida State. Both
I like
teams 120, 128 last time out, or 127 last time out. Now it's 30 points higher.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it. All right. Let's go. Rhythm
Play
play today. Miami, Fresno State over. Yeah. Great episode. Always fun doing a Super Tuesday slate. We got always good games on. Last week of the regular season. Let's go. Figure it out. It's going to smack us in the face when all these teams start disappearing. Conference tournaments start up. These mid-majors start losing. Teams go away for the most part until the CBI. CBI bracketology. Shout out Tony Patelis on Twitter. So, anywho, let's go. Elliot, any final thoughts here on this great Tuesday slate that we chopped up, and anything from tonight that we like to talk about?
No, man. Just I've been seeing the board pretty well here as of late, so hopefully we can continue it tomorrow and kind of continue it throughout the end of the February, last week of February, and then Izzo season's coming.
Yeah, I'm still up 60 units, so we're gonna find a way to increase that. Make a good little push here to end the month of February. No losing months for me this season. All winners. Look at my history. I've had a losing month at least once every season, I've bet. So let's keep it up. We're not going to make sure it happens this month, and we're going to keep the thing rolling into March. March will be here, I believe, on Sunday. So March will be the Sunday, start of the Sunday slate. We'll be back then for the Pump Fake Pod episode then. So back tomorrow night, normal time, back Thursday, of course, and then Friday for the last regular season big mega show. Let's go. Appreciate everybody on the Pump Fake Pod in the chat. You guys are the realest. Everyone tuning in, thank you. Your support means.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hype up the video if you got hype points. Goes a long way for sure. Just simple dropping the chat down, hitting the like button, or if you're watching it not live, if you can just hit that like button, watch the basketball bounce. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit that like button. You heard the man. That's a mic drop moment there. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys tomorrow. Peace and love, everyone.
Let's go, Ball State.
Yeah, let's go, Ball State. Chirp, chirp.